Here's the setup. Holy crap. And here's the first copy off the press. It's huge. It's so thick. It's amazing. They look great. They're so cool. That's all I got. This is my world now. Excited for tomorrow.
It is Thursday, January 30th, 2:35 p.m. Today is an exciting day because it is the publication release and debut of my new play, The Infinite Play. The play is debuting and releasing at Green Apple Books on the Park here in San Francisco tonight, which is very exciting. And also, I can't really... I honestly feel like I've continually forgotten, or it just doesn't feel real. That's the best way I can put it. It doesn't quite feel real. I feel like I keep forgetting that this is actually happening tonight. Like I can't quite process or picture it. I'm literally sitting here in my PJs, just working from home. So it feels like a pretty normal day. Oh, I actually don't usually wear my pajamas, but whatever. I'm in my comfy clothes. But actually, in just 2 short hours, I will be getting ready to go over there. We have 7 actors playing 9 roles, and The Infinite Play, for those uninitiated, is a game and a play commissioned by Bather's Library, which is a press and bookstore in Oakland, run by Justin Carter, wonderful person. And basically, the play consists of 35 characters. I'm gonna insert a photo here. Anyway, the play consists of 35 characters, and they're basically in each character's dialogue is on an individual sheet, and depending on however many people you have that are playing the game, you'll pull a character per person, and that becomes your play. So you're pulling characters at random, and it's like a new play every time. So that is really fun, and because there are so many characters, even though we're playing 9 characters in the play tonight, in the debut, there's still 26 characters that people will not have seen for them to discover. So I'm really excited, and it's been a lot of fun to work with the 7 actors that are bravely taking this on, and I hope that they will be excited to read the rest of the characters and play the play once they each get their copy. I mean, this is by the way, I just want to say, the fact that I'm having this reading at this bookstore is kind of incredible. Very legit. The last author talk that I went to there was Andre Ossiman, the author of Call Me By Your Name. So this is one of the few places I feel like that authors come to do book tours in San Francisco. It's that's the bookstore where people come. So yeah, it's an incredible opportunity and honor, and I still feel like this is fake, I think. But we will stage the play, and then Justin and I will be in conversation, and there will be a Q&A with me, which I'm just what? I'm trying not to think about it, I think, because I think if I think about it too much, I'm just gonna get too worked up. So I'm just chilling here with my tea, just normal business kind of as usual. I'm doing some very messy sewing. Look at that. Now that is professional expertise. But it rough and ready, as they say. Running late, but almost to the bookstore. Had an outfit crisis before I left the house, obviously. De rigueur, but it's gonna be fun.
Hooray!
for us at Green Apple. This is only the second play that we've ever had staged in our space in the 10 years that we've been open. So this is very exciting for us. I'll tell you a little bit about our playwright. Alexandra Pink is an artist and writer living and working in San Francisco. Her work, which ranges from stage and screen and sound, engages with language and image at the boundaries of genre, syntax, and form. She is in charge of skits at family gatherings, if you can imagine. Someone got it. Without further ado, The Infinite Play.
Hanging thusly, it is hard for anyone to appoint me anything other than a curtain. But when I am roused and ruched, held to the standard of pert alertness, revealing in time, or all at once, that which lies within, or perhaps without, then it can be said that in being a veil, such as I am, my revelation is the economy of lack. See it not, and want it. Desire it, long for it, lean perilously close to insert yourself into the action, and then hasten to approach too quickly, too far, and you'll see each bead of sweat on the players' faces, the two distinct lines of age, the two bright patches of feminine color, stark and ghastly against pocked and weathered skin.
Play. Hooray! And we're gonna do a little conversation.
Only you had limited information, and that the play would sort of reveal itself in time. And so I wrote a 4-person, I called it a script cycle, because the idea was that anyone could start the play and anyone could read a line anytime. So from this all sort of happened at the same time. So you asked me if I would like to make a game, and I was already like, wait, this format could just expand and expand and expand. And I initially proposed 20 characters, and then I was like, well, but maybe that's too much, I don't know. And then I very quickly wrote the 20 characters, and I told you, like, I think this is 2/3 done, and I read the 20 characters, and I just felt like it needed more. So I wrote 15 more characters.
Which was amazing.
And something that I've learned through this is that casting plays a huge role, and can change a work dramatically to the point where a scene is unrecognizable with different sets of actors. But also, I love giving the players, agency to sort of sculpt the writing.
Yeah, I love that.
That the meaning changes every time lines fall in different places, and it made beautiful new couplings of language. And that's, I think, part of the most exciting thing about this, is that it just transforms all the time.
I always say this thing like, I want to play a talking game, and everyone's like, what does that mean? But I just have this dream that there's like a game where you can like sit around and like ask people questions, which I guess is actually called a conversation. But
unfortunately, I also got asked this over the weekend, and I gave a really embarrassing answer.
But now you have a chance to relive it.
Well,
Do it again.
Yeah. Okay. The real answer is that I actually do love Shakespeare, and not really for the story. I feel like sometimes, I don't know if you ever crave like chewing a piece of gum for the sheer action of it, but I feel like reading Shakespeare feels like that to me. Also, reading Greek tragedy feels like that. Like, I really enjoy the effortful experience of reading, and it feels sort of like weaving your way through language. But also, I will just say, like, while I was writing this, sort of in the same time, I was reading, I knew I would get this question, so I prepared it. I was looking at my bookshelf today. I was reading Hamlet. I was reading Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. I was reading The Persians, the Greek tragedy. And And I was reading Jane Eyre. And I think those are the notable ones. The ones that make sense to include in this list. Yeah. Thanks for the question.
Crazy group that you've assembled.
I know, I've assembled the masses, the core.
I'm wearing my like fucking
That's so sweet. The sign for my play is still up at the bookstore. That's kind of cute. Greetings from San Francisco. Hello again. It is going on the end of February now. It's the 19th today, and it's cleared up from this morning when it was quite drizzly. There's big building work going on my street. They're like redoing the sewers, which is so fun and cool. And I'm going out for a little walk because recently I've been in this habit. Well, I've been sick for the last week, but also recently I've been in this habit of like not getting out in the afternoons and evenings and just like sitting at my desk writing. And I need to break that habit. And especially now that the days are getting longer, like really I feel kind of significantly so, I feel like I need to take advantage of the longer evening light and get out a bit more for a ramble, you know, and not just let myself sit at my desk. The reason I've been sitting at my desk so much is because I've been working on a novel and I was writing on it every single day. I had a bit of a hiccup last week because I was sick, but up until then I wrote on it every single day for basically 2 months. So I made quite a bit of progress. I'm at like 67,000 words in. So yeah, I just end up kind of sitting a lot, and I don't want to be sitting so much. Look how beautiful it is. I never properly finished out kind of summing up the play, but it went very well. The talk was very like surreal, I guess. It's so beautiful. Wow. The talk part was very surreal, and people were asking me questions like I actually knew the answers. Like people who were very much older than me were asking me about how I write character and who my favorite playwrights are and stuff, and I was just like, this is wild. But it went really well, and yeah, I think that, well, me getting sick is not really related to that, but it does feel like it's sort of this like come down period after releasing a big piece of work. So now I'm in the come down period and like the reset and figure out what's next period, which I have been doing. But now I feel like, especially since I've been sick, I need to like reinsert myself into life again. The good thing about writing every day is that you get a lot done. The bad thing about writing every day is I feel like I've been a little bit like out of my own life. It does take time, and I've been dedicating a lot of time to writing. Yeah, now I'm out on my walk. It's so fun to pass groups of tourists coming up from Haight-Ashbury. It like tickles me. I find it very fun to see people visiting the place that I live. Like, yeah, it's so awesome here. It smells so good in the park. It's almost as if like the air is tea, like so herbal and like vegetable smelling. It's very nice.